Welcome to Being Organic.
Where we are a feel-good podcast.
Yes, I'm Weathers.
And I'm Fran.
Boom, boom, boom.
And it's Friday.
It's a pick-me-up Friday.
Happy. It's been a long week.
Yes, guys, feel free to join in on the conversation. As always, we are looking for your input, your feedback. We want to know your thoughts and opinions on the things that we're talking about today. We've got a full roster today, so we got a couple feel good topics and a couple of not feeling it topics. That's how I like to say that. But you're smashing on.
I just finished eating a slice of banana cake that I bought to the warehouse for everybody.
Somebody asked me why we always eating.
Because it's dinner time.
It's dinner time, yes, guys. So pull up that good wine. All I got is coffee, y'all.
I have tea.
So yes, pull up your goodies. We're going to talk about some things that you guys should be thinking about, as well as some things you probably didn't think we were paying attention to.
Yeah. So we want to start off by reminding you guys to like us, smash the notification button, and do all the Instagram stuff. Because we are trying to grow our following across all platforms.
Yes, every platform.
We would love to have your support.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to subscribe. We won't overwhelm you with spam.
No, that's not what we do. We want to remind you that our comment line is open. So if you have comments, feel free to pop them into the chat field there so we can respond. Want to give a shout out to our faithful Corey for joining us tonight.
Woo-woo.
Always the first one.
He said, how your mother doing? How Miss Mary doing?
Mama is doing good. Thanks for asking, Corey. She's doing very, very
Welcome, everyone.
So we do have a great lineup for this evening. And again, we want to go ahead and dive right into it.
Yes, and how do I say? We feel like we have been a little amiss when it comes to letting you guys join our live. We want you guys to join the live, but we want you to be respectful. We want you to be, understanding that we actually are a part of a business. So we can't have too much of the riffraff. We like a little bit, of energy, but we do need to keep it respectful. So if you're really a person that wants to talk about, the topics that we're talking about, we will try to, get you guys in. But
and coming from someone that loves the shade room, that says a lot. So
you ain't
very good.
You're not gonna let them in.
So I want to commend her for that.
Because growing,
she is growing. I love that. But yes, definitely, we want to encourage everybody to chime in. Let's have a open conversation and dialogue with us, and let's just chat. It's Friday. Everybody's home. We've had a long work week.
Yes,
hopefully you guys are looking forward to your weekend. I know I'm looking forward to my weekend. And but yeah, tonight the podcast is all about just communication and being interactive. So definitely chime in.
Yes. So guys, we're about to go ahead and jump right in. We're going to get started. Oh, why is this over here with me? I ain't the technician communications person.
I don't think I have a reach. Okay, maybe I do.
You got it.
Okay. I'm the technical clicky person.
There's something we can do. That's anything. We can do anything.
Oh my gosh. So funny. Okay.
And on that note,
we are starting off our topics with what are we starting off with?
You already know what we starting off with.
Oh my goodness.
We got that good.
Right?
Yeah. You already know we got that good news. Highly debatable news. We got Brittney Griner coming home for the holidays.
Oh my gosh. Is that did we have a wait a minute. Let me make sure I did not miss anything. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Very good.
Yes. So guys, we're happy and excited to see Brittney come back home. It was a case that was a little scary for me as a Black woman. There were so many factors, and while I'll say right now I am no expert on foreign political warfare tactics.
Really?
It was shocking to see, this happen, to someone. I don't know, I guess in the fashion that it did, because, it's like one moment it's not happening. Then boom, it's in the headlights. Like boom, Brittney Griner goes to jail for weed in Russia.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. Let's take it back. What was she convicted of? What was the conviction?
So she had a vape pen and she took it with her to Russia, and they have, it's still illegal there. So
Okay.
According to everyone and from all the news things that I've been seeing, they have harsh, rules in Russia. From my research, I hear that they have to have 6 grams for it to be 6 grams of the marijuana would be considered an administrative offense there, while 7 grams or higher would be considered like criminal.
So did, like did she have 7 grams or higher?
No, it looks to me like she had in the 0.2 something for one of them and 0.4 something for another one.
So what was her conviction based on?
Well, I heard
Craig and
that Biden said that he felt like the trial that they gave her was like mock, not real, like a forced one, like like they kind of just used her, as a pawn. And that was a lot of the conversation on the internet.
It's marijuana. So that that would be interesting.
Is he talking about how I said marijuana? I know how to pronounce it.
So it would be interesting to know what her official conviction was, because if she didn't meet their guidelines, then clearly they were holding her. Well,
and if you guys know more, and feel free to, if you know more than what we know, to go ahead and give your 2 cents. We are not, we appreciate the feedback.
So obviously she was released.
She was released.
What was her total time there? How much time was she over there?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see. She been there. I feel like they've been talking about it like a month or 2, right?
She's been there longer
than that. Yeah. I don't know how long she been over there.
Corey said they were basically holding her for hostage.
Well, you see that she got swapped.
Yes.
And so that's actually now I'm saying seemingly is the bigger conversation who she was swapped out for.
And so who is the man?
So his name is Victor Bout, and that's what I'm gonna assume that's how you pronounce that. Bout
or be out. Victor be out.
Or you being funny. Oh my God. We're gonna say Victor Bout because he do be out now though. And that's the conversation. They're like basically they let he has a nickname, the Merchant of Death. So he's an arms dealer. So he deals in guns. And they say he had conspired to murder Americans. So he had actually been in jail seemingly like a decade or so. So he had a 25-year stint, and that's who they did the swap for Brittney for. So it's become a very highly debatable topic, and everybody, I feel like they're using the term celebrity in this situation when they're referring to Brittney. But in my brain, I'm like, she's a civilian.
I think she definitely is a civilian, but the whole incident becomes a celebrity because she becomes a topic of conversation or major media. So just because of her incident, she kind of, I don't know if you would say elevate, but she kind of transfers, I guess, if you will, from civilian to celebrity because she definitely is trending.
Yes, because a lot of people are angry about this swap. I would be concerned. What I say was a fair trade. If we're not looking at this like on a total celebrity factor and that she's, a civilian, I feel like all he did was try to get one of our people back. In a movie, they would focus that it was a civilian. They would be like, oh my God.
Let me tell you something. Let somebody else be over there in a foreign country.
Y'all better come get me.
You better come get me. I mean, that's what the U.S. is all about. It's it's residents, and I mean, come get me. So if I'm over there, so just separate the fact that she was smoking marijuana, she had a vape or whatever. Just the fact that she was being held in a foreign country is enough. And if I was in the shoes, regardless of the circumstance, I would want somebody to come get me.
Yes, and I think one thing that I took away from this also is keeping a team around you sometimes. I know she probably don't feel like she has the money to do.
Hey, Cammie King, thanks
to
for
do
joining
things
us.
like that, to like have personal people around her, but at least the people in your team should know the types of laws or even you should know the type of laws where you're going. And I don't think they say she does a lot of international basketball. So I was.
Well, it sounds like she was under the law. You said it was like a pound or so, and she just had a vape pen. So it sounds like, and
she had less.
It sounds like right. She didn't have the Corey. Do you know how much she had? If anybody knows how much she actually had versus what the law is, that would be interesting to dialogue about.
Yeah.
But it sounds like she was covered, and so for her, she's like, wait a minute, I only have this. Why are you holding me? So
why are you holding me?
Right, yes. And for this period of time. So I think they took an opportunity.
Russia.
Yeah, they took an opportunity to really leverage her her incarceration, to get their, what would you say, the something of death?
The merchant of death.
They get the merchant of death out of the pen.
Yes, and now that is something that I would be concerned about, him being out and him being a factor now, because I think art and life be imitating each other in the movies. That is not how that deal would have went down. Like they would have had to let her sit.
Well, no, in the movies, another celebrity would have swung from a tree and
would have rescued her.
Right, they would have been crawling through some underground cave, and maybe a little animal would have came out.
Yeah, but the president would have been like, "My hands are tied."
Well, he would have been sitting at his desk in front of the red phone, right, waiting for it to ring and get that special. But and then when she got released, he would have got. She's clear. You're on U.S. soil. And that would have been the end of that.
Yeah. So congratulations! Shout out to Brittney.
Shout out.
Glad you're home
for the holidays.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Before we travel, and this could go for everyone. Before you travel these places and you go where you're, make sure you know everything about where you're going. Just like you would need. And shouldn't your visa and passport help you when stuff like that? I thought that was
a lot of travel definitely focus on vaccinations, right? They focus on that first, and then second, they focus on the culture. Like if you're going to a Muslim nation, you want to make sure that you're covered. Because in the States, we let it all hang out.
Yes.
Some places you go, and they will come up and really protest against you. Women are really vocal some places. Women don't have a voice. So those kinds of things they make you aware of. But as far as like, I guess nowadays, keep it real. Can I bring a pound of weed, or do I need to bring a vape pen?
Or should I put it in my under? Like, did she have it in a carrot that it should have went down below? Listen, y'all, protect yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Protect yourself, because I can't imagine it being me.
No,
because
not for a day, not for a minute.
Listen, I ain't gonna tell no personal stories, but y'all know I got some. But yes, this was like, I knew I could feel her pain. I had much empathy.
Yeah.
Everybody else we need to be on guard.
But I'm sure that her friends and family are very happy to have her home. And I think that American citizens are glad to see that the U.S. came through and constantly worked those negotiations until they got her home.
They had to have, and they had to have. Y'all, they not really happy. They a lot of people
let them go over there. Let them go over there. Right, and I think that story would change.
They don't seem happy. The people that are happy got other people in the comments like, "No, that was stupid. We just let out the merchant of death for they be like a basketball player."
Well, it's all about the country representing and holding.
Welcome, guys.
True. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining in.
If you're wondering what we're talking about,
we're just talking about Brittney Griner, home for the holidays.
Home for the holidays.
Home for the holidays. If you want to chime in, feel free to comment. Chat side is open.
Yes, and are any of y'all going home for the holidays? Throw it in the comments. Let us know.
Throw it in the comments. Okay, next topic, right?
Yes, we can move on now. Okay. Shout out to Brittney.
Shout out to Brittney. We're glad you're home. And
out of trouble.
We're on to here.
Yeah.
Gift items.
All right. We're in our feel good topics.
We're in our feel good.
So we're in our friends' holiday gifts. Where am I thinking at? Yes. 2022, y'all.
2022.
And you know when people start talking about 22 and start using them, the year real heavy like that, we at the end of the year. We at the end. It's almost over.
It's almost over. So all throughout the podcast, definitely the last episode, maybe the episode before that, we've been sharing and highlighting some great gift ideas that we have not only here at Live Organic Warehouse, but just within our regular product line.
Yes.
So one thing that we highlighted this year was our Yup Yoni. And what's special about this is all of the ones that we offer in miniatures. Mm-hmm. So you could get all 3 for only $25.
Yes.
So this works really good if you don't have a favorite, or if you wanted to try a different aroma. While supplies last, you can get all 3 for only $25, and that is available now on the website.
Yes.
Which is a great buy. One of the other items that we had is our popular body whip in the 4-ounce jar.
Yes.
And you could get all 3 for only $30, which is fantastic.
And get into the detail, y'all. They're basically already coming with your little cute little designs. For this, you just take it off and put one of them beautiful Christmas cards on there, and you've just taken it up a notch.
Yeah, and this is actually tied with authentic mud cloth from Ghana. And it's a fantastic deal because one usually sells for $15.99.
$15.99.
Right. And so you're getting all 3 for only $30. So it's almost like buy 2, get 1 free. Mm-hmm. Plus, it's already gift wrapped. So that's a fantastic deal. So we have that. And then one of the other things we wanted to highlight is we purchased, or rather we had made these beautiful mud cloth bags. Shout out to Bess Walker out of Walker Interiors, I think is her company name. But we had her make bags out of the mud cloth we bought back from Ghana. So these are authentic mud cloth bags, and we have
show the
3
little
colors.
detail. Show your little label. That is very cute.
Oh, here's the label. Oh, it's upside down. Wait a minute, let's see.
Yes,
okay,
y'all like that.
So it comes with the label, and then the reverse side of it just reminds you that this is authentic. Let me see if I can get it in the camera.
Hit it on a slant. Like go to
authentic African mud cloth from Ghana, and at the very bottom it says dry clean only. Don't throw these in the washing machine. Dry clean. Take it to like one of the $99 or $2.99 sets. And so you have 3 colors. We have green, because our colors are green and white, which is gorgeous. We have blue, and then black. Okay. So you can throw all kinds of things in these, and then someone will have an authentic piece of mud cloth from Africa to keep as a keepsake.
Oh, yes.
So they work very well. So we had those items, and then I wanted to introduce, we have a new candle line coming. So this is a scented candle.
Oh, look at the design, y'all. It's giving very serene, very earthy, very back to the what?
Back to the candle. Earth. Okay.
Back to the
so this is a 10-ounce goblet, I think. Not goblet, 10-ounce
that's what I would
container.
call that type of
I don't know.
That's a beautiful word.
It's a beautiful, beautiful candle. We're looking to do great things with this company. You guys will definitely be hearing more about the company. But this is candles that we have available for the holiday season. Okay. And we're actually burning one now.
Sorry, y'all. I got hot just now.
Back here. So, if you guys have any interest or desire, feel free to hop over to Fran's Body Care. That's FranBodyCare.com for all your holiday shopping.
If you don't send them to the link in my bio.
She has a link where she gets commission off of.
But and y'all better hold me down.
We are talking about the main site. If you have met Madame,
it's still a purchase.
Then you can use her site. Anyway, thank you so much for that. And if you have any questions, suggestions, we would love to hear from you. Okay, moving on. We are.
Well, you ain't talked about none of the other stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have other items as well.
Yes, so more of our friends' holiday gifting ideas.
So very, very popular.
Yes.
Is I don't think people realize how important it is to exfoliate.
Or the basics of the better ways to do it. So remember, guys, we're not exfoliating every day unless you're drinking a gallon of water a day. Y'all ain't doing that 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. Yeah. Now for your lips, maybe you might do that a little bit more frequently, but then you only need a little. Yeah. We're only using a pinch for the lips. They come in really great scents.
Right. So
the colors are popping.
The colors are popping. Great aromas. This particular one is pink grapefruit, was very refreshing, and we do have a matching body whipped cream and soap. Yes. So if you wanted to pair, this is the pink grapefruit soap. If you wanted to do a layer, you could do that very easily. And again, there is a cream, a body whipped cream that comes with this as well.
Yes. And next up,
if you also wanted to deodorize naturally, what's really always surprising to me is when you have people that either cleanse naturally but don't deodorize naturally, or vice versa. And it really should be a complete regimen. You should do the full line. So if you're going natural, take the baton and run with it. Go natural all the way. You want to cleanse naturally. You want to deodorize naturally. You want to exfoliate naturally. And that way you won't have an interruption with toxins or any kind of chemical base if you maintain a solid system. So this is our very popular Free Me All Natural deodorant. We are up to, I think, 13 different varieties.
At least.
13, including 2 for kids, but adults are wearing them as well. Yes. Because they are very, very effective. But definitely the solution to eliminating body odor naturally. So if you want to smell fresh naturally, Free Me is going to be the answer that you're looking for.
Yes, yes, yes. And just in case, if anybody has used the Free Me and it hasn't worked for you, DM us. Because let me tell you, we're not leaving y'all out of this. It's been rubbing me the wrong way. And what I realize is, well, maybe some people, they might need something different. So if you are that person, DM us. Let us know. We're not going to be like, oh, girl, I know it worked for you because it worked for me. I'm not going to do that to you, but I need you to tell me so I can tell her. So
I can get in the warehouse and try to fix it. And the thing is, we have 13 varieties for a reason. Not only do we want to differentiate between the aromas, but we also want to incorporate some additional ingredients that are effective for people who have that sweat a lot or perspire a lot, or people like kids that have really active hormones and tend to, have more body odor than someone that's older. Yes. So we do have different varieties available for everybody. What we're saying is, let's have a conversation so we can help you find the one that's right for you.
Yes, because when ours doesn't work, what I'm finding is they just go back. They just go back to regular deodorant,
which is not the answer.
Yes, so
not the answer. You want to make a commitment to the natural, and then we can help you find the one that's for you.
One, yes. So that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Last friends gifting idea we're gonna do is rose hip seed. During the holidays, this I know it's a smaller jar or whatever, but this is literally one of our top tier products. So when we're talking rose hip, we're actually talking quality when you're talking herbal apothecary.
Yes. And one of the things that makes it stand out is it's 100% undiluted rose hip. I know that you guys have gone, many places, Nordstrom's, Sephora's, maybe some other high-end retailers, and you've seen rose hip. I can almost guarantee you that it's a blend. What we pride ourselves on is offering you 100% organic rose hip that is not cut, not diluted with any other carrier oils. So that way your body gets 100% of the benefits.
Yes.
And so rose hip is a dominating oil. It's extremely good to relax the skin, to moisturize the skin, and allow the skin to hold moisture and become more supple, more soft to the touch. relax the skin so you don't see wrinkles. And definitely during this time of the year where the air is colder and it's drier, you want something that's really impactful
and gonna
for
get the
your
moisture.
skin. Yeah, and rosehip is it. So
and remember that anti-wrinkle. I don't like to say it because I don't mind,
because black don't crack.
Look, y'all. One day I'm gonna have 3 right there because my face is always like.
Well, that's a misconception. A lot of people think that because we have the melanin-rich skin that we don't need as much moisturizer. Stop playing. We still need it.
Yeah, so you definitely want to moisturize, but anti-aging, anti-wrinkle. Yes. If you want that plumpness, that youthfulness to you, rosehip is key. 2 drops with water, on a damp skin. You know,
damp skin is key. You want to apply it like when your skin is damp. Some people steam their face. I typically apply mine after a hot compress, a hot towel, and as soon as I take my towel down, I put my oil on so that as my skin dries, it dries with that moisture inside, and it's been very effective.
Yes. So thank you guys. If you're just joining us, we're moving along in our topics tonight. We've gotten through our feel good topics. Mm-hmm. So we talked about Brittney Griner coming home for the holidays. We're we just topped off best holiday gifts at Friends for 2022. And now we're moving on to our not feeling it topics.
And let's just before we go on, Corey had a suggestion. What was the name of that new yellow soap that I like, but I think Miss Fran discounted.
He talking about if I am mistaken, why not Uzu?
Why not Yuzu? Mm-hmm. Why not Yuzu? So why not Yuzu was a soap that we introduced
very short time ago.
A short time ago. The response wasn't as great as I would like,
but that's
so just to preserve the cost of new oils that are required for experimenting, we have shelved it for right now, but we may revisit it again during the warmer season because I think it's a soap or aroma that people will respond to better during the summertime.
Also, though, you should mention the benefits, and sometimes that's where I think our customers, sometimes, especially those of you who have favorites, sometimes y'all are asking me for the benefits that's in the soap that I'm giving you, but I don't like how that one smells. It's not giving the same thing Fusion giving, ma'am. The issue you looking for is not with Fusion. The Yuzu was I like how that soap feel. I'm actually probably more upset about lime and basil, which Corey wasn't having my back. He was like, I don't get my that. But that one felt to me, it made my skin really glowy. Like when I used the key lime and basil, I immediately felt like my skin was brighter. I had a tightness to it that I like, even when I moisturized. So I was sad to see that go. So I need our customers, sometimes, give it a little whirl unless you're allergic to it, try that thing out. I'm telling you, 60 seconds with the Yuzu have you smelling and feeling brand new.
Well, we're always eager to try a new product to get the customer response. And we don't dismiss it 100%. It always has a presence.
Tell them how to get an item to stay.
It always has a presence in the warehouse. But we will have to schedule it at a time when we think that it will have the best response. And for me, yuzu is a fruit, and so usually fruit is more receptive during the warmer months. So we'll definitely bring it back. We'll definitely give it a try again, and as well as lime. Lime actually got more responses than the yuzu.
So, in short, y'all, if you like it, buy it. If you buy it, we'll keep it. I tell you that. I tell you one thing for sure. You know who ain't left? OMG. OMG ain't going. Because guess what y'all do? Y'all buy it. Y'all know why y'all still get deodorant? Because you're buying it.
Yeah. So definitely your participation is dictates what we keep in production. Earth moss. Earth moss is my favorite too.
Yes, I like earth moss.
Earth moss is hanging in there, and actually is gaining a lot of traction.
And sea moss came through on a deodorant tip, so shout out to sea moss.
Shout out to sea moss, and I think sea moss was the perfect complement to earth moss. So that's what we're trying to do. So just stick with us, and we will take your comments and your questions into consideration as we further develop our production line. So we're going to move on to the next topic here.
Yes. Moving right
along. What is our next topic?
Our next topic is social media. Is it failing the society? So is it failing society? So we know social media has a lot of levels to it, a lot of different perspectives. It's so many ways to use social media, but there is a lot of damage too that can happen from social media. So the question is just a little deep dive into, is it a fail or no?
Well, here's what I would say about it. With every invention or creation, there is a consequence. When the Kindle came out, it affected book sales, our bookstores. And so now, as of today, you have to really look hard to find a bookstore because everything is electronic. When the cell phones came out, all of our landlines that we grew up with inside of our homes became non-existent. It's almost a rare occasion to find someone who still has a landline.
She got one here, y'all.
It's actually a voice. It's a VO. What is it? It's over the internet, so it's kind of the same, but not. No, it's not the same.
So it's through the internet.
It's through the internet, right? But yeah. So social media has brought about so many opportunities.
Yes, I think it has range.
It has the range of benefits far exceed. As a business owner, it's become one of the major tools I use for marketing. Now, as a grandmother, my granddaughter's on it 100%. I mean, she comes to the table to eat her dinner with it, which drives me with the phone, and it drives me bananas. So,
and what do you do?
I kindly pick it up out of her hand and put it down face down on the table. Because I grew up where, dinner time was a time to be social with your family. It's not a time to be on your phone. She had it at the table when we had Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm like, no, ma'am, no. Let's put the phone down. So, what do you guys think about social media? What do you think?
Well, for me, I'm definitely half and half. I do though, and I always pretty much think from a kind of personal power type of level. I think people have power over their social media more than what they're giving themselves credit for. There is a way to now, like on Instagram, you can actually choose, who sees your stuff. You can choose who can comment. You can choose what you see. So when you don't like something, on like certain social medias, you can just, sorry, Mom. Un momento. That's my bad because I ain't call her. That's why she calling me. But on social media, you can actually guide it how you want. I tell the story all the time. When I felt like I was seeing too much negativity on my personal social media, I deleted some things. Granted, I started to miss those things that I used to see, so I did pick it back up. So I think the home plays a part in it too. Sometimes you can't control, just like when your kids go out to school, you can't control what happens, when they're out at school. But at the same time, you can kind of mold and put the morals and the values in your kids, like we used to do back in the day. I don't feel like we used to look at TV and feel like TV had super control over us.
Well, it definitely was very influential.
It was influential, but I knew reality from fake, and I had parents that wouldn't let you, just go too deep into like what's happening with celebrities. Like my parents, back in the day, your parents could tell you, oh, don't look at what they doing, like even like driving. You see, at 16, everybody was driving on TV. I'm 16, girl. Don't look at that and think that, that's not your life.
But I just think that, and it's so different. It's so different nowadays. I come from a generation where our parents really didn't have to monitor what was on TV more than how long we watched TV, because the shows were really wholesome.
Some.
Well, most of them were, and not only that, but TV went off. If anybody's out there, hello, TV used to go off at like what, 11 o'clock? No, 12 o'clock midnight. TV went to snow. It went off, and so.
Or you mean like on its own?
Yes.
I do remember.
It went off on its own. I'm definitely telling my age, but even the higher ups or the owners or society at that time recognized an end. Enough. Let's go home. It's time to cut the lights off. But now you just have non-stop social media, non-stop. It's like it never ends. Yeah, so there's a constant distraction.
There is, but for who they're feeling like, and I feel like it's actually affecting adults as well as the kids, because it's a lot more unhappy people, that's vocal about their unhappiness now than I've ever seen. So there, as far as connectivity, I do think, social media is helpful and harmful, because I guess I just never heard so many people use, terms like anxiety and depression. And I'm glad that we're having the conversations about it. But at the same time, it's just like, what is making you depressed? And if it's social media and the things that you're seeing, I just feel like you got to find a way to, get your own personal power back, because I don't think you should be overwhelmed by so much by other people's existence.
Well, that's one of
and then people claim that you don't think that you think. Everybody claim they think everybody is fake. So how are you being moved by fake images?
Well, that's another consequence of it. I mean, constant exposure, like I said, it never goes off. Constant exposure, but isn't it a benefit to have an outlet to say, hey, I'm feeling this way and I need help?
And it came up in the debates that I was seeing that it's a good place for people to get support.
Yeah.
And I would say that's true. But then that also comes with, if you're going to go there for support sometimes, then you're going to be two-pieced, because you might get the support, from normally maybe about 20 people, but then you got a whole nother 45 plus more that's totally bashing it. So it's very mixed. I just think that
that's the word. It is. It's a mixed bag of tricks.
And if you can't,
you get a lot. There's it's like anything. You get there's pluses and there are minuses. Whichever, it's up to you. If you decide if the pluses outweigh the minuses.
Yeah. Well, for me, if we're talking pros and cons of social media, I think a pro is that it's easy access. A lot of people, if you're doing a business or if you're just looking, a lot of gamers are on there. So if you're doing things like that, I know they find what's wrong with them? They getting banked. And if I had the time to spend my day on Fortnite, I'd be on there too, trying to get some of that bank. So it has pros like that. You can connect to people. I would say the cons, they seem to me to kind of go person to person.
Well, I think there are a lot of cons individually, but I think it's a lot of cons. I mean, just the use of it. I mean, I've seen people get on there and just really, oh my goodness, it's just so much to swallow,
to take
on a daily basis. I think that if it wasn't every single day, it wouldn't feel like an overload. It wouldn't feel like a burden. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a draw. It pulls you. You do experience a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out.
Okay.
When you're not on there, me, I don't have a TV at home anymore, so I don't do TV. So for me, I'm really like, let me look at social media to at least see what's going on. But when I go on it, I might be on there for like half an hour, sometimes almost an hour. And yeah, people like, okay,
that's not a lot.
That is a lot of
for
time.
me. I'm probably a mess with it because I might wake up, and I actually include it as a part of my getting up process. I say, let me see what time it is, and let me see what's happening on Instagram. Now I do that, but it's a key for me. Most stuff on social media, so I'm not.
Corey, how long are you on social media? That's what I really want to know. You guys chime in. Do you know how long you are on social media every day?
I be on there, y'all. Y'all already know. I go live at work. I sometimes be like, they probably think I don't do no work at work. But I'm working. I'm working when it look like I ain't working. If it look like I'm chilling, I'm probably working. So I'm on social media all the time. And I just feel like you've got to be self-assured these days. For the people that can be affected by social media and what's happening to people, and others, because there are some empaths who are watching it and they get super emotional, watching other people, go through hardships. Learn to take those things with a grain of salt. And as always, we should always, each person being a little thankful for even sometimes the struggles that you're having, just so that you can find a way to move out of it. My biggest thing with social media is I think it's awesome, but I can't act like I don't see where it could be harmful, to someone else.
I don't think, and people have just, there's no limits. People get on there with, injuries and births, and it's just like some of your most intimate moments should be precious. Why are they on social media? I just don't understand that. But that's the element people, now.
But the biggest one was it was kind of controversial, was the crying on camera. So when people,
what are you like?
I heard somebody say how many times they had to record that to get it right, and I'm like, maybe they didn't re-record it, but at the same time,
think it's ridiculous.
I don't know that I'm gonna get up on here
boo-hooing on camera. But you know what? That may be their only outlet.
It might be their only outlet.
They don't have a friend. They don't have a family member. So unfortunately, all day, every day. Yes. Unfortunately, they rely on social media to release whatever burden they may be struggling with. Okay.
And probably for that, support
well, in that
system.
regard, I'm glad that they have an outlet.
Yep.
To release, to share, to testify, whatever it is. I am glad about that.
And some people, because we're always, even when we're not feeling a topic, we're always solution geared. So for some of you guys who are finding it a little bit harder, to deal with, the social media, different things, how about a journal, like a self journal?
I love to journal.
Like a little personal place where, you might put some things on your social media, but things that you want to maybe gather your thoughts with first, put them in a journal. Put them in a journal where, you can kind of let your feelings out. And maybe when you go to social media, your story's different. Well,
I love to journal. I think it's a great outlet. It forces you to calm down and kind of meditate as you take pen to paper.
Yeah.
And the best thing I think about journaling, which cannot always happen in social media, is it becomes a reflection. You can look back
self-reflection.
on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's like the best part, is to turn back those pages and to reread that history. Is sometimes some of the most fulfilling things.
We can share journal entries one day.
No, ma'am.
Why?
Because my journal is mine. It's
How
personal
though.
My journal
I know y'all want to know. Tag me, y'all, DM me if you want to know.
Want to know what's in your journal?
What's in that journal?
Why would you share your journal? You know what? I mean, there are snippets.
As a testimony.
There are snippets.
You ain't got to give the whole thing. You ain't got to give the whole rundown. You can give like a synopsis.
Well,
like in school.
Yeah.
An essay.
It will be a synopsis. Like, on this day, XYZ happened and good night. That's about all.
You at least got to tell us how you made it through.
I don't know about that. That's my memoirs. It'll be in my memoirs.
Well, I'm gonna put out one too, y'all, but I ain't put mine out till I'm about to.
Oh Lord! Well, you better start typing now. Yeah.
Somebody. So boom, we'll say social media is not all the way a fail. We're calling that a draw. That's a tie.
It definitely is a tie.
It could use some improvement. We could work on ourselves and how we use it and what we go to it for.
Because aren't we a part of it?
We are part of the problem.
We are a part of the problem.
I know I am. When I unfollowed the blogs, y'all, I followed them right back. I said, you're not about to.
Well, look,
you're not about to breathe me to death.
Corey said he's on it. But he said, unfortunately, like he didn't say gladly.
Yeah. You try to follow the little positive pages. They got you breathing in and exhaling all day. I'm not doing that all day. I want to laugh.
Well, we want to use it sparingly, but I think that it needs a balance. So it needs just as many good people.
We need balance.
Well, we need balance. So social media needs, good intentions as well as, unfortunately, negative ones. Because would it exist? Well, I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if everything was a good intention?
Don't pause nothing around here.
It would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. So
moving on. What are we on to?
We're moving on to comedy. And we're wanting to know from you guys, will it survive this super sensitive era? Sound effects.
So when you say will it survive the super sensitive era, more please in detail.
How do I say, focusing in on the the new wave of comedians and people, commentators having to constantly apologize. It's a new thing for comedy, and not to say that when comedy was a little riotous before, that people didn't have anything to say, but our comedians were not overly apologetic. You just didn't see that. And we've had all kind of controversial acts. We've had people talk about burning in their act. We've had people talk about literal. So the burning I was talking about was like a illness burning, like from it's from back, because like I think Richard Pryor was the one that did it. Anyway, so we've had risque comedians, and so now today, I don't like to bring it up because I feel like I don't know that I disagree with that man, but even Will and Chris Rock, that incident, he's telling a joke, he's on a live stage, yes, but this is a place where I think they're known for their little comedy bits and routines on there. Even your SNLs and different little think of In Living Color in this time.
Yeah,
I don't know what people would have to say about In Living Color right now. I remember In Living Color going all the way in, like even with Wanda, wasn't that Wanda on Wanda, that one? Mm-hmm. And whoever Jim Carrey character was.
Oh, he had a lot of them. Fire Marshal Bill.
Man, I'm talking about the one with the two ponytails when he was in that.
Oh my goodness, I know who, I can't remember the name, but yeah.
So thinking of back in the day and what we got to experience, a Def Comedy Jam. I think I saw a snippet of Martin Lawrence telling somebody in the audience, and I forget who, that he slept with the man's wife. I don't know if it was the truth or not, but and the audience was like, huh?
That is hilarious.
That's, what the comedy was, yeah. And if it's, leaving that type of, space, I don't, how is it going to, sustain? I respect people being more cautious of what they say to each other. So as like a respect thing, but like, how far does that go?
Well, here's the thing, and I think that comedy is really under the microscope, because if you allow judgment that kind of borders freedom of speech, it's going to change the platform 100%.
Yeah,
100%, because that's what comedians do.
Yeah,
the essence of a comedy show has so many digs and comments on just a plethora
of topics. And
topics.
Everything can be made to be funny.
Everything could be made to be funny. I mean, somebody falling and breaking their leg. It could be an older person, and they can make it. It has always been that way. As much as I know about comedy, as many comedy shows I have seen, it's always been that way. But I would almost say, who is the one what group, if we can name a group, what group is the one that's taking the offense to the things that are being said?
I think it's a couple. I would say the younger generation, they really don't play certain terminologies. And I would say that the LGBTQ
ABCQ.
Don't do that, Miss Fran.
Okay.
They seem to
be the most outspoken
a lot.
People. Yes.
You know, they
I mean, let's keep it real.
I'm not mad at them, because I feel like, they might feel the need to do that. And they try, they exemplifying, or they give an example of community. Like, they're showing unity amongst on the brink of it, because they're feeling like a lot of the other higher organizations, if you come for them, they're gonna come for you. Like,
well, this is what I would say. And you had mentioned Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
I remember comedy shows that have commented on homosexuality.
Even used to use them other words.
And I mean, and these are shows from like the 70s and the 80s. What is the difference now?
That they get on that internet and will go ham.
Right. Why is all the attacks coming from just them? Mainly.
I think they just respond the most. Like,
I just think that the community, and then, I'll say it and I'll own it 100%. I just think that the LGBT community has really positioned themselves like nobody can say anything to them. And
they speak freely now, and that is the one thing that I'll say. They themselves, about issues and topics, do speak freely about whatever they want to.
This is a community that has come across as really combative to me. It
they feel like victims, or
I mean, you want to talk about victims? Listen, I'm an African American woman. You want to talk about victims?
Yeah.
They just seem to come across as really combative. All of our Zoom meetings, we have to identify ourselves as pronouns. I mean, it's just it's a bit much. It's a bit much. I just don't think that I want to be forced. You don't have to tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman.
Yeah.
We're both in the same society. You can make a suggestion, but you can't force me to identify. I mean, you just can't force me to do what you want to do. Live your life. Let me live mine. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. But when you come together as a group, and your group is enforcing, making people, it has to be law how you say and what you can't say, I got a problem with that. I do have a problem with that. So I think that comedy has been comedy for as long as I can remember. And it's not just you, LGBT community or whomever. It's not just you they take digs on. They take digs on African American people, or Jewish people, Italian people, fat people, skinny people. They take digs on everybody. So, I mean, you know what? Chill out. Just chill.
And laugh.
Or don't watch it.
That is an option.
Like we said, cut it off. That's something that you can always do. Cut it off.
Oh, y'all, but that got a little we got some things off of our chest that one. So topics of 10, 9, 22. Shout out to you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Shout out to Brittney. Keep an eye out on Victor. We got y'all best holiday gifts at Fran's.
Shout out to Corey for joining us again.
Yes, Corey get all the shout outs.
Yes.
Social media, it has some opportunity and comedy. We're holding out for you.
We're holding out for you. Right. We
Stay strong.
We don't always love what you say, but we do respect the platform.
Yes, the genre. Yeah, what you're doing.
Right.
So guys, any things that y'all want to leave in our comments. Again, we're on YouTube. This will be on Friends Live, wherever she keeps those on her page. You'll also be able to find it in mine at the Retail Solution, as well as the link in the bio. It's been real, guys.
It has been real. What are your plans for the weekend?
To do nothing. I think I seen a meme on the social media, but I think it got too much curse words for me to use it. I'll probably use it tomorrow when I start posting.
Oh, okay.
From the internet.
Well, it is holiday season, and I cannot.
What's the holiday?
It's the holiday season.
Oh, you mean like Christmas?
It's the holiday season. Or Kwanzaa. How about that?
Y'all know I'm a big Kwanzaa fan. Hi, friends, followers.
So we are in full gear.
Y'all
want to encourage everybody to support your small business, support your local businesses with your gifting this year. And just remember that small businesses, can I talk? Small businesses make up the economy. A great B.O.B., a great deal of the economy. So support them. Get out and find your local small business this weekend.
Yes. And I won't be at Towson, y'all, but y'all know y'all can hit the link in my bio. And we got something brand new for you guys before we go.
We do.
For all of our ASL people, so American Sign Language people, we want to incorporate and bring all of our customers into the fold. So even if you're not a part of that community, we want you to learn it too. So this is our new FOB that we throwing up. So I believe we go FOB. Yeah, so FOB. We throwing that up, y'all. When y'all see me in Towson, throw up your signs. Yes, throw up your signs. FOB.
FOB. And so with that, we want to wish you well. We want to remind you to like, to share, and hit that notification button so you'll get announcements when we go live.
Yes.
And we will see you back on Monday.
Monday.
Oh, and heads up, we do have a live holiday show coming up next week. We will announce it on Monday, so you don't want to miss that show.
Yes.
Okay. Until then, are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
All right. Signing off from the Live Organic Market. Have a good weekend.